Hello, hello. Hi, we're just coming up to 1 o'clock, so we're just getting organised. So welcome along to Incheoch here, and we've got just we're in the lambing shed, and we're about to do a little tour of some of the sheep. And we're starting at 1 o'clock, and it's just a few minutes before then, I think. So we're just waiting for a few people to join us, and we'll get going. Have we got anybody there?
Yeah, we've got 10 on. I don't have any comments. Hello from Preston, Lancashire.
Hi, from Preston. Hello. Let us know where you're from and who you are, and we'll see who's here. It's a beautiful day here in Perthshire. Just after lunchtime on the farm. Hoping that a few of you will join us here. Just checking the sound's all right. If anybody can hear us. Angus can hear us. We're this is a family outfit. We've got Debbie and I'm Neil, and we've got Angus, our son, helping as well. I'm the one that's not allowed to touch any buttons on any phones, so I've been left with the microphone, and the rest of the team are doing tech support. Hello to Ruth from Troon, sunny Troon, good. And Angela in Doncaster, hello. Are we? So we're just about 1 o'clock and we'll start then. Hi, girl. So I hope you've been following this Lambathon on the Go Rural Facebook pages. And it's been going on for a day or two, and we've seen some nice parts of the world, nice parts of the country anyway. So today we're on the Perthshire Angus border. So we're in the lambing shed at Incheoch Farm. So from Incheoch, it's a fairly new shed that we've built to the side of our house. So it's open to the south, and the south we can see over the hill towards Alyth. And beyond that, if we could see over Alyth Hill, we'd see over Strathmore and down towards Perth in that direction, I guess, and over some of the nice fertile valleys down there. Arable farmers, they'll be getting excited about a nice day. And then if the camera keeps going to the right, that's heading west. And west from here's Dunkeld, and Dunkeld's a lovely place to visit. And then in towards some of the hills in Crieff and Pitlochry. And then further around to the north, we've built the shed, so we've got good shelter out of the north. So to the north of us, there's we're looking up Glen Isla towards Glen Shee, the ski slopes, and the ski centre at Glen Shee is just sort of closed. This season they've had a reasonable season with plenty of beginners snow this year, and we've had 1 or 2 really good days up there too. And east out that direction we can't see the sea. We're away to out that way would be towards Montrose or Brecon, I suppose, or Broth, places like that. The far east we call it. Felt seldom been that far, so it must be 1 o'clock now. So just say hi and welcome to Incheoch. I'm Neil, and we've got Debbie behind the camera and Angus helping too. So the you've just missed this born. This lass, she was literally 12 o'clock. She had the hint of a water bag, and I said to her if she would just cross her legs and hold on, we would stream her bottom live across the world on the internet. And so she pushed and pushed, and they're half an hour old. They're just really just out, and she's very proud of them. So I'm just going to give them a little scoot on their navels. So they've been up on their feet already, looking for a suckle. I don't think they've gone in, so they're like the little navel here, the little what will be their tummy button. So it gets a little scoot of that stuff, and it's a little girl lamb, a little ewe lamb, one little ewe lamb, and then this was the first one born. So do the same here. It's a little girl as well. Oh, sorry, girl. There you go. Two little lambs. So they get an iodine spray just to help them dry it up, and she's a little bit protective. She likes them. She's had enough of me messing around, making her lamb smell funny. Hiya. So these are Texel ewes. We've got we're just at the start of lambing here, so we've got 100, just fully 100 Texel ewes due to lamb, and so we're lambing them a little bit earlier in the shed here when we've got a little bit of time to work with them, and then so these ewes are outside through the day and inside at night, so we can keep a bit of an eye on them, and we just brought them back in for you to see them really today. And the next thing we do in about 3 weeks' time, we'll start the main lot of sheep, and they're all clins. And there'll be 1,000 clin ewes to lamb, and we'll start them in 3 weeks' time. They'll all lamb outdoors, and we're quite late with them, and that's so that we can be assured that there's good grass for them, and they've got all the nutrition they need just where they want to lamb and where they decide to lamb outside. And by that time of year, if we get a couple of wet days where or bad weather, at least we've got short nights and longer days, and we could be sure of some better weather. So that's quite weather dependent, that outdoor lambing. And it's a nice lambing to do, the outdoor lambing, because it's the ewe has she gets away into her own corner and can express her natural behaviour a bit better. But these guys we get to look after them a bit more. Interestingly, the Clin breed and the Texel breed are the two breeds we work with here. They're the Texel breed, like this ewe here, she comes from the breed came from Holland. There's a little island called Texel, they call it, just in the north end of Holland, and they've bred sheep there for hundreds of years for really good meat yield and carcass traits, and so these are our meat sires. So the rams from this lot will grow up to be working rams on other farms. We'll sell them as rams to other farmers. And the Clin ewe, she's from the breed is from the Clin Peninsula in North Wales, which is a very pretty part of Wales, but a rugged bit of the country, and they're hardy little sheep, and they're our maternal line, so we keep a lot of. They're easier to work with. They are very prolific, and they're a bit of a smaller sheep, a little daintier than these. But they actually come from the same heritage. About 500 years ago, I think the Spanish Armada was dropping off, going around the world, expanding their empire, and they dropped off some sheep in Holland, and they grew up to become the Texel breed. And I think there was a boat crashed in North Wales, and that was the start of the Clin breed. So although they came from the same heritage 500 years ago, they're quite different sheep now. Anyway, this is this ewe here. She's having a nice feed of silage, well, haylage it is, hay, and she's looking quite content. These lambs are probably get up. I think they've maybe had a bit of a suckle. You can see her teats here. They're quite keen to get into that. she's quite keen to just be left alone with them. And they're bedded in these pine shavings, which is, they've got antiseptic qualities to them, so that just keeps things nice and healthy. That's our main job at the moment, is to keep things healthy, keep the bugs down, get these lambs outdoors as soon as we can, as soon as they've got full tummies and dry navels, dry tummy buttons, and so we'll see. So they should be out tomorrow. So if we maybe go down a couple of pens and see some of the ones that were born last night. All the ones from yesterday came between 6 o'clock and 10 o'clock last night. They were very sociable yesterday. And so we've got some of them down in a pen down here. So let me just wander down and have a look at them. The rest of the ewes, just have a look and see if you can spot anything that's wanting to lamb. But I think they're all quite relaxed. Hi, Eileen from Leven. I forgot to see if you've got any questions. Hi, Vanjie from Northumberland. She's waiting for lambing. Right. Ruth Troon. Angela from Doncaster. Hi. Rory.
How many do you lamb?
So we're lambing about 1,100 ewes in total, and it's a mixed farm. We've got beef cows as well, and we've got there's 200 cows to calve, and I think maybe the cows are winning at the moment. They got a head start. They started a wee bit quicker, and we must have about 60 calves. We've probably not that many lambs yet. So these big ewes in the middle pen here are due triplets. That's a very old ewe here. She's a 6 crop ewe and expecting 3. So she's got a busy time ahead of her, and she probably knows what's happening. Whereas we've got a first time mum in here.
How do you adopt lambs? Do you have any pet lambs?
We've got 1 pet lamb right now, and we try to do some fostering on, if we can. Hi, girls. I think this one maybe belongs to you, does it? Is this your one? Take that across here. Now, these were both born yesterday. That was born about 7 o'clock last night. So they're good, strong lambs with a really good birth coat on them. Really hardy little tykes. Hi. Come on, little lamb. This ewe here is the first. She's a first-time lammer. It's the first time she's lambed. So she lambed these herself outside yesterday, and she's just right proud of them. So she's the first daughter of Fern Captain. So I think you may be going to Fern in a day or two time. Fern Farm up in Inverness. We bought a ram from them, and she's the first daughter of that ram to lamb, and she's got a pair of lambs here. What have we got? Oh, very happy. Little top lamb, 2 little top lambs, and they're by a sheep called Fat Sam. And he's, I think, probably breeding us the best ones at the moment. This time, very pleased with Fat Sam lambs. Okay, but these were born last night. The next job for them will be to tag them, put an ID into them, so that because we record these sheep and follow them through all their lives, so we know who they are. And what else will we do to you? Put a little number on you so that we can know who you are. Although your mum seems to know who you are anyway, but it helps us keep control of who's in the right field. And then so that'll happen later on tonight when we've got a bit of time, and tomorrow morning these guys will go outside to the field. That'll be them out. Okay. We're going to go and see the one outside. So we've got a ewe outside who's just lambs are a couple of days older, and we'll just maybe have a look at her. Somebody wants to see the pet lamb? Pet lamb's sleeping. So we're trying to look after these sheep as best we can at this time of the year, and part of that is if we've is really the feed we're offering them. So we've got I think the best feed we can give them is fresh green grass, and luckily we've got a bit of that. And then we've got a bit of hay here, which is you know, it's a nice hay. We made it last year. We had a nice good dry summer. So we've got that too, and then we've got this is haylage. It was from 2 years ago. It was nearly hay, and with a really bad forecast, so we wrapped it up and in black plastic, and out that direction you see we've got a few bales of it left. There's about 7 or 8 bales there that we've kept for the ewes at lambing time, and it's just so sweet. I don't know if this works, but if you could just smell that, it's just really nice. And they use they like that. But grass is grass is the best thing for them. So we'll go in and see this ewe. Hopefully we'll keep the connection. So this is one of the, she's at, there you go, little thing. So these were born the day before yesterday. They should have been out today. Well, they have come out today. Oh, come on, little lamb. Oh. There you go. You come in a bit closer. So they were actually one of 3. She had triplets, and she had 3 tup lambs, ram lambs, boys. And the third one is, we've lifted him, and he's in the pet pen. We'll see him in a bit. And so she's one of our, one of the better Texel ewes, I think. So these guys, these 2 lads, hopefully when they grow up a bit in this autumn, November time, December, they'll go with, we'll use them on some ewes here, and then in about 18 months time, I suppose, we'll have them in the ram sale. So we have a ram sale on the farm here, and we sell rams to other farmers. They use them. So this ewe is, you're going to turn around and show yourself a bit, girl. 150 ewe is, I think she's a nice Texel. She's got a lovely bone structure, and she's got a great width behind her. And she's just a nice shape. She's, I'd like to see her with a bit nicer hair. She's a bit rough hair over here, so I like to see them a nice silky hair. But she's a nice, she's a good long sheep, and nice balanced. So that's 150. That tremendous width behind her is a really good thing, and she's got a nice character and carriage to her head. So we like this. I like that sheep. I think she's one of my favourite ones. So we also know a little bit about their background, in terms of their pedigree. We got that. Can we see that on the screen? We don't think this will work, but I don't know if you can see this. But that's the ewe, and we have enough. And that's her sort of family tree, so it's like ancestry.com, and we can follow her background to just so that we know what her breeding is and how we can breed her in the future. And this is a bit like our the different traits in the ewe that we can select for. So we're greens are good and oranges are bad. So she's really good at a lot of things like growth rates and muscle depth. And she's a little bit poorer on the litter size born, although she's had 3 this year, so that should improve. So in the autumn time, where it's like playing top trumps, we're trying to match the ewes with the rams on the different traits, so that we can try and breed a sheep that's faster growing and and just makes it for a better sheep. So she's in the top 1%. She's a good sheep. Top 1% of the breed in the UK, and that's 150. So we'll get her out of here and put her with the others. There's maybe 30 outside just now. So fire through any questions if you've got any, and otherwise we'll head back and see if there's anything going to lamb. How many will we wet adopt? So we'll have wet adopt. Oh, well. So singles. We've had 4 or 5 singles born this time so far, and we've managed to wet adopt 2 of these. So 2 of these have gone off with 2 lambs each. Somebody's getting a bit of a beaten up there. That's that new gimmer, first lammer. Somebody's getting into her space. And that's the oldest ewe that we have in this batch. She'll be 8 years old now. So she's actually only scanned twins, but because she's so old, she goes in with the triplets to get a little bit extra feed. 8 years old is a pretty old granny for a sheep. So when we're coming out and looking at these sheep, we're looking for signs of nesting, really, and digging holes, and everybody's quiet.
What time is it?
We're just going to have a wee peek at this pet lamb, 150's other lamb. Oh, there's a suckle.
What was first Mickey Bars?
So getting in to get a feed of colostrum. We've got such a strong instinct to get up and suckle and get our tummy filled up. And even if it's a really cold, wet day outside, these lambs that get up and suckle and get off the ground, they keep warm quicker, and they can stand a lot of weather if they can get up and get their belly filled. And if they get a good belly fill like that, that can do them for quite a few hours. Aunt Elsie's on. Hello, Aunt Elsie, all the way from Western Australia. It's a beautiful day here in Perthshire. It must be the middle of the night where you are. So this is the pet lamb pen. So this little guy's in there. And in the background, there's a lot of, that's the other job we've got on this week, is planting trees and hedges. So we've got I think 750 metres of hedges to plant this spring, which is part of our I guess trying to improve the biodiversity on the farm and create a bit of shelter for these sheep. Oh, and I've been given a sheepdog. So most of the farms have collie dogs, but we've just got Sky, the Jack Russell, who's a bit camera shy, like the rest of the family, aren't you? Good. Okay. So, just back and see this one here. This newborn one. So I think probably one of the skills with a shepherd is just knowing how much is in the tummy. So look at that. He's still not suckled. But he's going to go and have a look anyway. So if you've enjoyed some of this Go Rural Lambathon and like seeing a bit of the country, get onto the Go Rural site and look up some of the destinations that are on in and around Scotland on agritourism. There's everything from, you can go for quiet weekends away in shepherd's huts to booking a big house and catching up for a week with some friends you've not seen for too long, or and holding a few parties. What the tail wagging means? I think we've got some tail wagging here. Yep, it's on the teat. Tail wagging usually means we're on the teat, and that one has struck gold there. Oops. And back getting a good kiss. That ewes gives it. She's got a very cleansing lick when she can. So they come out all wet and gooey, and a good bit of licking from that ewe makes them dry and clean. That's what she's doing there. So yeah, at Incheoch we've got a couple of holiday lets that are they've been busy through the winter, and we'll look forward to seeing a lot of people through the summer as well. Two lets. A lot of people have come to just get together for parties and meet up with friends. Others have come to just get out into the country and see. A lot of people like watching the birds that we have around here, and some nice views. Oh yes, and lambing experiences on the there's one or two of the Go Rural team doing live lambing experiences, and our daughter Tally is running some here maybe next week, I think, and there's still a few spaces left, so she's welcoming people onto the farm to just to see some of these. Hopefully some lambs getting born too. Okay, so tomorrow at 1 o'clock we're off to see Ailsa and Donald in Arran at Bellevue Farm in Arran. So if it's a nice day here, it'll be beautiful on Arran, and if you see them tomorrow, look out for a nice blue roan cow that came from here a few years ago. Hopefully it's still there and doing a good job. And she was a beautiful heifer when it went there. And that was right. So say hello to Ailsa and Donald for us if you go there. And thank you very much for joining us here at Incheoch. I think that's about our time up. So we'll let these ewes back out into the field and let them around, enjoy the rest of the sunshine today, and hopefully we'll get some lambs at a sociable hour again tonight. Okay, thank you very much for joining us. Bye bye.